You're listening to KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine.
The opinions and views expressed in this program do not reflect those of KUCI, its management, or the UC Board of Regents. To find out more about this talk show or other talk shows broadcasting on KUCI, log on to our website at kuci.org or check out the latest program guide.
This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at Theater 68 for their presentation of Tennessee Williams' Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Hi, my name's Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Ciara Siller.
And which character did you play tonight?
Maggie. I think Maggie is misunderstood. I feel that she sometimes she might come off kind of hard and cruel, but she's actually a very caring person. But she comes from, like she had a rough beginning, and so she's afraid to lose everything that she's worked for. So sometimes that might come off as like this mean exterior, but she's just it's a shell just because of the way she was raised, you know.
I think of her as one of the greater characters a woman could play. Yeah. A real three-dimensional character. At times ugly, at times beautiful, but always honest.
Absolutely, I agree. Yes.
Yeah, I believe that Tennessee Williams, he had autism, and I think the reason he was such a great writer was because he didn't know you weren't supposed to write like this. I mean, this was the truth for him.
I mean, you could just see it with how many times he repeats things, and which is so great. It's so challenging as an actor too. And he repeats the same line sometimes 3 or 4 times, and you're like, no one in their right mind would ever say this, but you have to. That's what's so much fun about doing Tennessee Williams. Sometimes it's figuring out those sort of challenges.
Well, I loved your performance in it. I love the command that you did to it. I loved your just stepping your persona into it. I also loved your communication with the audience.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with Dennis Hadley.
I'm a fairly new member to Theater 68. Just excited to do a play that I've wanted to do for such a long time, and as you get older, the opportunities get less and less. So I figured I should do it now before I'm not able to do it anymore.
And which character did you play?
I played Brick. Brick, there are several takes you can get from Brick. Mine is that he was given everything, handed everything, and then his best friend was in love with him. And at that time, 1955, he didn't know it. And then when he did finally find out, he didn't react the way he should have. It wound up killing his best friend. And he's had to live with that for 6 months or so. And he's taken it on everybody, including his wife, everybody but himself. And now just the drink and everything. And, when it's time to tell Big Daddy the truth about himself, Big Daddy tells him. It's just a coming together, and there's so much revealed in this play about truth and people and love and responsibility and friendship, how everything can be misconstrued, misunderstood. It's a very complex, and every rehearsal we discovered something. We could rehearse this for another 4 months and discover new things about it. It's such an incredibly well-written play.
I love the way you played, because again, you're not giving a whole lot of excitement to do. It's not like you're killing someone. It's not like you're breaking into rage. You're very laid back, but so much disclosing so much of the person, so much of your character, and you're doing it so incredibly well.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's very easy to be one note, very melancholy with this. Some great actors have played this and not done a great job. Some people have done an amazing job with it. So that was a concern I had with Kenneth, our director, that I wanted people to like Brick and understand what he was going through, and not just think he was being a jerk to his wife the whole time and not listening. That's why he has these great tender moments with his father, with Big Mama eventually, and if it's hard to pay attention when there's so many people on stage, but every now and again I'll sneak a look at Maggie, or just try and build a more rounded character than just taking the easy way out.
Yeah, plus also Tennessee Williams himself was gay, so it's kind of like this is a story about him. It's a story about his feelings, about what he really is, and it was just played beautifully.
Yeah, well, it was a very touchy subject, especially in the 50s. So he tried, I think, I don't know, how would I know, but what I think was he tried to make the subject much more approachable to a mass audience by not having an overtly gay main character. And it's still up in the air. It's up to the audience to decide whether or not Brick is gay. And it's up to the actor who plays him as well. It's a decision you have to make. And you don't have to tell anybody. You just play it. Yeah.
Well, I love the way you played it. I really felt for you. Again, I felt you, in a sense, you were kind of the glue, the stabilizer, because, again, you didn't go really high, didn't go really low, but you were always there, and you were always engaged and always exciting.
Well, thank you very much. That's hard to do, especially when you're getting drunk the whole show. And I've seen this done several times where people just start drinking the iced tea like it's going out of style. I'm like, you're there for 2.5 hours getting drunk, so you better start kind of tapering and then gradually getting drunk on stage. Trying not to play too drunk, so hopefully I did a good job.
You did a fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Skylar Patton. I'm the producer and assistant director and play May in this production of Tennessee Williams' Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. May is just the good wife. She's the good sister-in-law who's dutiful to her husband, has children, loves family, and is trying to give Big Daddy and Big Mama all they want. And unfortunately, they're just not liked. They're just, when people try too hard to be loved, I think that's what comes across with her.
I thought you did it masterfully. I felt a resentment towards your character. I mean, obviously you intended to do that. It was just a bit of snobbery, a bit of separation from the audience. Just couldn't connect with you, which I thought worked really well.
Oh, well, thank you. I think that's the thing about May is she does rub you the wrong way, probably because she's just trying so hard, and she does think that she's doing the best she can. She is the better wife, the better sister-in-law, and she knows that she deserves it more, but it's unfair. She feels the unfairness with the favoritism that Big Daddy has from Brick and Maggie, so I'm sure that a lot of that her disdain for them comes across. Yeah.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
I would expect you to see a version of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof that is vivacious and really deep and true, like rooted in the family values and the family connection here, and just an experience. It's a cat that's just hopefully is something that's adds to the wonderful history that this play has. We've had an amazing cast and amazing crew, and we've had a wonderful time being together, and I hope that the hard work that we've put into it comes off, and the close, deep work we've done with the text comes through. Yeah.
I thought it was very approachable, that basically connected with the audience, and I also felt that the actors themselves really owned their characters. They put their own mark on it. It wasn't something that they've seen from other stage actors. It was themselves that they put into it.
Yeah, we're really blessed to have this cast. They really are just some of the best actors I've ever worked with, and I think it's really true. We've gotten to this point where we're very comfortable with these characters, and it's just been a really wonderful experience seeing everyone really own it in ways that I've never seen these characters played before. And I've seen Kat many times, and it's amazing to see these actors take control of these characters and really own it, and add something that I've never seen before.
I really loved it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for coming.
Also, I really loved your performance too.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Come and see it again.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with
Kyle Gunlock. I'm an actor, graduated from MFA acting school at USC a few years ago, and happy to be doing this play.
And which character did you play?
Playing Gooper, the older brother. I don't think Gooper's his real name. I think that's my big take. No, he's the put upon older brother who supposedly did everything he was told to do to make good on his family promise, and now it's finding it wasn't quite good enough.
I really enjoyed the way you played it. I thought you were fantastic. I felt you smoldering underneath of this resentment. No one really appreciated me. Here, I'm doing everything I can. I'm a lawyer, exactly. But at the same time, the family just doesn't care, or just.
Yeah, just on some point, just outright say they hate me. So it's difficult to try to keep that from not showing. It's because that's the goal, is to not show how you're actually feeling to the family, but instead to try to get to get done what you're trying to get done, which is get the paperwork filed, get the will done, and all that. So yeah, it's there's a few different balls in the air there. So I'm glad you appreciated that though.
Particularly like the way you played, because I don't know how to put this thing. You felt very slimy to me. You felt like a lawyer. You felt very dark. And even your hairstyle, maybe the way you dressed, you just feel like the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, I mean, if Brick is the protagonist, then then the people who were trying to take away his future livelihood, they would be the villains in a sense. So I mean, I really don't think of it that way, but with an intensity of going for kind of what you want, that can sometimes turn into darkness, and when you end up not getting what you want, what happens then? So that's the idea.
I'm a big fan of anti-heroes myself. I love villains.
Thank you.
And again, I just love the way you played it. It was so, just by walking into the room, by your stare, by your glare, by your facial expression, you just did a very beautiful job.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's nice to be able to try to change the temperature of a room when you walk in. So thank you.
Once again, loved your performance. Really loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming out.
Hi, my name is Ashley Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with...
I'm Charles Hoyes. We're doing the show here at 68 Cent Theater. We're doing A Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and I get a chance to play one of the great American characters in the American theater, Big Daddy. Tennessee Williams wrote it, and it's quite an honor to have a chance to do the show.
What's your take on Big Daddy?
Well, he kind of got it. He's always making things work for everybody, and all of a sudden it's not working for him, and he's having to deal with folks hiding things from him and not telling him the truth, and he's having to deal with mortality. He's always been the guy that everyone could rely on, and now he's been falsely told he's okay, and he's really not.
He strikes me as a man who's very honest, in a very brutal, in a very transparent way, in a way in which basically some things you don't want to hear, but I've lived long enough. This is just the way it's going to come out.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Well, he's come from nothing. He started working when he was 10 years old and was a self-made man, and now he has got a huge cotton plantation at his fingertips, and he just needs somebody to turn it over to. But yeah, self-made guy, a guy that doesn't want to deal with pretense, and has tried to live his whole life like that. He's pretty easy to read.
I love the way you played it. Basically, it was very engaging, and again, it actually reminded me a little bit about relatives of mine. I wouldn't say my father, but relatives of mine who they just aren't going to put up with this. Come on, I've known you long enough. I'm just not going to put up with you.
Yeah, I had relatives like that too. I come from Pennsylvania, and my people were coal miners. We didn't have cotton plantation, but these were guys that were the heads of their family. Yeah. So I had a little bit from which to draw.
I love the way you played it. Very honest, very engaging, and again, I thought you did a fantastic job.
Oh, that's awful nice of you. Thanks so much for coming. And then folks, come out and see it. It's a fantastic show. It's a great theater, 68 Cent Theater, and there's several good shows going on right now. So again, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Ashley Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with?
I'm Katie. I'm so glad you came to the show. I'm glad that people want to come and support live theater, and especially something as classic and timeless as Tennessee Williams.
Great. Which character did you play?
I played Big Mama. She is amazing, powerful in her own right, but she's amazing and wonderful.
Yeah, I really love the way you played it. It wasn't too over the top, but at the same time, it gave the southern experience, the earthiness of Tennessee Williams, the real humanity behind it. I just love the way you played it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's really great to hear. It's a big job to carry the weight of Tennessee Williams on top of everything else. So that's really nice to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, if my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Tennessee Williams at its best.
Yeah, I agree. I thought you guys really owned the character. I mean, it wasn't like you're doing an impersonation of someone else. You actually really put your own soul into the character.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Great.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Jared Robbins. Yeah, I'm thrilled to be a part of such an amazing show, Tennessee Williams, and to celebrate it with such a great cast. I'm very honored.
Okay, and which character did you play?
Reverend Tooker. The Reverend is a good guy. He's there for Big Mama, but he's opportunistic. But yeah, at his heart, I think he just cares very much about the family. So,
if my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
A wonderful American classic brought to life.
Yes. I thought you guys did a really good job. I thought you really connected with the audience. You were really true to Tennessee Williams, but also you put your own souls inside. So you kind of gave it a different take.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the support.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Sure. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
I'm Alan E. Ramos. I'm happy to be a proud member of Theater 68 and very proud of this play. Obviously I didn't get to see it, but it feels like it's a good production, solid production, and I'm working with some very talented people.
Great, and which character did you play?
I played Dr. Ba. You know, the doctor's old country doctor. He's known this family since before the kids were born. He knows their foibles. He particularly enjoys Big Daddy in his ribald humor, and he's feeling kind of sad for them right now because he had to deliver that news to Big Mama that Big Daddy's got cancer and is dying. So it was kind of a sad day for him, but he's been through them, all their ups and downs, and this is just part of life.
If my viewers decide to come and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
I think you see a very candid play about relationships. These characters don't really pull any punches. There's a great deal of raw, honest feelings on the stage, and I think there's, the love and the hate that's mixed with it, and the inability to communicate, all those things that we find in day-to-day living, you'll find in this play. So I think Tennessee Williams wrote a wonderful play.
Yeah, I thought it was very honest. It was almost like stepping into a family behind the scenes. Yeah, but also I felt all the actors actually put their own soul into it. They gave their own flavor, their own taste to it.
Well, that is the job, and like I said, I feel very proud to be on stage with this group of actors because there's a lot of truth and honesty to their work.
Once again, I really enjoyed the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Tennessee Williams' Cat on a Hot Tin Roof will be playing at Theater 68 from February 8th through March 30th. For more information, go to www.theater68.com. This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at Atwater Village Theater for the Open Fist Theater presentation of 1 Year Later.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
Hi, I am Amanda Wire. I'm the Associate Artistic Director of Open Fist, and I helped work with Martha and our curators to put the evening together. And I've been a member of the company for 15 years, and I directed 3 pieces, and I acted in 3 pieces.
Great, and which characters did you play?
I played the character in The Contributor, which started Act 2. I played the character in I Saw What You Said, which is about a Facebook fight. And then my final character was in the 1 in 5 devised piece, which speaks to the many times women get near misses on assault in our world. Happy-go-lucky comedy.
Great, and what's your take on your favorite character?
Well, I always love working on Ron West's work because we just have done a lot of Second City stuff together, and I think The Contributor and the idea of a musical version of Fire and Fury just makes me laugh. I would see it. I love that sort of satire and that news stuff. And I'm also a really big fan of I Saw What You Said because we all get into those weird social media, like back and forths, and I think it calls attention to the fact that if we'd actually talk to each other instead of just spew vitriol online, that feels important. important. And 1 in 5 is close to me simply because those are all stories that women in the cast brought to it. So it's one of those situations where it's maybe not a favorite because it sucks that it's happening, but I think it's important.
Yeah, I remember that piece too. I love that piece. Interesting enough, though, I noticed people didn't applaud at the end, and I understand why. It wasn't because it was bad. It was actually very shocking, and it was very awkward, but obviously it was meant to be that way.
I think so. And Lane, who, I don't know if you've spoken with her yet, but it was her concept, and then she reached out to all the women in the company and said, can you write a few lines about the last time you were afraid or made to feel uncomfortable or felt unsafe? And, she got all of these people writing in. And so, as far as something you'd applaud after, it's tough. I mean, it ends with a true bang. And in light of what happened a couple of days ago in Florida, and in light of just the Me Too and Time's Up stuff, I think we cheer because voices are being heard, but I think it's hard to make it look as though it's another performance because it's just a little too visceral for that.
I agree, but I love the piece.
Yeah.
I actually love the rest of the pieces too.
Yeah, well, I'm glad, and I'm so glad that you were here for it, and hopefully more people will come. If you don't like one piece, we got 13 others, so they're bound to like something, right?
Yeah, well, I love them all. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. I'll see you soon, talk to you soon.
Hi, my name is Ashley Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
George Kaliotis. This is my second production with Open Fist. I'm an actor here in Los Angeles. I've been here for about 10 years. I'm originally from Steubenville, Ohio. During the day, I'm a math professor.
Okay, and which characters did you play?
Today I played Marty, who is a doorman in a building in New York City, discussing with his brother-in-law, who also happens to be the elevator inspector, without giving it away, let's just say issues related to the hashtag #MeToo movement. Well, he's supposed to be sort of a schmuck, he's sort of offensive, he sort of doesn't get it. He's a little bit of an archetype, he's a little bit of a caricature of the male that just doesn't understand what all the fuss is about, doesn't understand that complimenting women is meant to be a compliment, and doesn't understand why compliments might be interpreted as sexualizing women, and why those things need to be thought about in this day and age.
If my viewers decide to come by and see these pieces, what should they expect to see?
It's a hodge. I don't want to say a hodgepodge, but it's a nice mix. It's a potpourri of different scenes and different styles and different moods, and they're all sort of supposed to be reflective of where the country is right now, politically and culturally, and they sort of reflect the upheaval that we're going through right now.
Yeah, originally, again, anytime I hear something's political, because I have a journalistic background, I basically have to make sure it's, fair, even on all sides and all. But in this particular case, I didn't think it was political as it was just a representation of problems that are going on. I mean, there were no answers to it. It's not like you should vote one way or another. It was just, these are going on, and that's it.
Right. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with right now, and that's exactly the point. Is nobody's saying that the answers are easy. Nobody's saying that the solutions are going to come quickly. But we need to start the conversation, and we need to think about these things. And now that things are coming to a head, we're at a moment now where we can talk about these things out in the open, and hopefully evolve towards a point where we do have solutions.
I really enjoyed the performances tonight. I thought they were enlightening. They weren't too political. It just showed problems that were going on right now. And I really enjoyed your performance also.
Well, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Take care.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with
Dylan Madalena. This is the second one of these shows that I participated in, and the group is so fun. And I happen to, agree with a lot of the subject matter and have my own views. So it's a very rewarding experience, and it's just a lot of fun doing theater with passion and a great group.
Great, and which characters did you play?
I played an elevator repairman in the scene Elevator Repair. I think that my character is a right-wing sort of person, very working class, and trying to come around to open his mind and maybe there's not just one way of doing things. And I'm trying to convince my friend of that, my brother-in-law, in the scene.
I heard at the beginning that these were actually political plays and all. They weren't political. No one told you to do anything. It wasn't you're supposed to vote this way or that way, or you're supposed to believe this and that. It was just problems going on right now with no answers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. One thing that wasn't really part of this, because this is a sequel to I forget what the other one was called, but 1 year later is 1 year since the new administration came into office, and there are all these new issues that have cropped up, maybe springing from some of the unrest that's been going on for years, but the Me Too movement obviously is like the big one, and that's what my scene was focused on. And it's not just, you're right, there's not a political perspective and it's telling you to do it. I'm sure they appeal to different people for different reasons. It's for everybody. So yeah, but it is good to be involved in the issues. It forces you to learn about things if you don't already know, and it's also a funny scene, which I enjoy. It's fun to perform those.
Yeah, I agree. I was very entertained tonight. It was funny at points. It was actually brought deep meaning to situations we're going, like for example the Me Too issue, like for example I guess other things too, the politics and all that. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I don't think it would offend anyone one way or another. It just brings on maybe a political satire, like I guess the Tonight Show and late night and all that stuff. I look at it in that line, and actually, if anything, I think it's less political than those talk shows.
There's always somebody to be offended, though. There's always everybody's like a critic, so it's nice to hear you say that you enjoyed it. It's not like it's not just from one perspective for one perspective. It's not good to be in the echo chamber. I keep hearing that term a lot. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad it's a fun play. It's fun to be in. As I said, the group is fantastic. And we're not out to tell anybody how to do anything. It's all about opening your mind.
Okay, once again, I really enjoyed myself tonight. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Rick Canola. I'm here at the Open Fist Theater. Been a member for quite a while now, and I'm happy to be back and doing a political pop-up, having a good time.
Great. And which characters did you play?
I was playing Barney, who is an older man who is going back to college with younger kids and dealing with the age difference. I think when it comes down to it, it shows that, to me, it shows that once you've been aged out, it's very difficult to find your way. Even if training programs are available to you, there's no guarantee that once you go through those programs, there's going to be anything for you. So, in a way, it gives you something to do, but whether or not it's ultimately effective or satisfying, you never know.
Again, these are supposed to be political pieces. What I took from your piece politically is about the undereducated white males who basically worked hard, who basically feel like they've been left behind. The people who voted for Trump and all that. I take a look at a bit of them, all their jobs are going to China. They're all working at Walmart now. You know what I mean?
But yes, but I don't know that everybody that's in that position is necessarily a Trump voter. And I think that older white people who are out of jobs, what's happening to them is real. Their life has been much easier than other people's lives in our society. There is no doubting that, and there's no way to compare what they're going through with what other people's families have gone through. But that doesn't make what they're feeling real to them. And so here in this particular place, it's just a 10-minute piece, but you're looking at a guy that, probably got married out of high school, had kids, wanted to go to college, but couldn't afford to do it, had to support his family, and so the economy kind of left him behind. All those years, he ends up as a janitor, but he's a janitor at a university. So they have a program that allows him to, as long as he works 40 hours, he still has to work his job, but he can go to school. So he takes that, and in his mind, he's thinking, this is going to make my life what it was supposed to have been. What I see in the news, it was supposed to have been. He goes through it. At his graduation, he's asked to do something that is janitorial back to it. And that makes him realize that, yes, I am the majority, I am a privileged white male, but this is still what's happening to me.
Again, as a political piece, One thing I like about these pieces is that there's such a big variety of it. 'Cause in your piece, it might not have been as political. Other pieces were more political. Other pieces dealt more with, I guess, the Me Too movement right now.
Yeah.
So again, there was a big variety of many flavors, many tastes, and it brought you to various different ideas. 1 year later, we'll be playing at Atwater Village Theater from February 16th to March 3rd. For more information, go to www.openfist.org.